Game 30 of Rolling Realms live plays. That's right, for the last 9 months, I've now played 29 total. This will be the 30th game of Rolling Realms that I will live play with you watching. Let me get the mic out of the way so you can actually see all the realms here. So I'm doing this a little bit different today because game 30, it's a lot of games. I want to celebrate it a little bit. One, I'm putting this on the Stonemaier Games Facebook page and the Rolling Realms Facebook group. And later, of course, it will be on YouTube for anyone to play along with. And two, I haven't done this in around the last 5 or 6 games, but I'm going to explain how each realm works. So if you are new to Rolling Realms, I want to welcome you into this game by showing you how each realm works. So let's start with Tapestry. In Tapestry, you're going to use one of the numbers. Let me get that little mark off there. You use one of the numbers corresponding to one of these shapes, and you will fill in that shape within this grid. And if you completely fill in a section here, like a square, that has a resource behind it. If you completely fill in that big square there, you will get that resource. Hey, George, thanks for joining me today. Also, some of the cells are already filled in. You can see some of these cells are filled in. And if you complete a full column or full row, you get a star. You need to use the full shape. You can rotate it as you wish, but you need to use the full shape, and it cannot extend outside of the grid. That is Tapestry. For Scythe, you can do a couple different things in Scythe. One, you can use a number to simply fill in a top row number. You'll cross off that top row section and gain a resource. Or you can use a number and spend a resource to cross off a bottom row section and gain a star. Or, and this is the optimal thing to do with Scythe, you can cross off a top row section, gain the resource, you'll use a specific die to do that, and then without using another die or any specific number, just spend the resource of that section directly below the one that you just crossed off. Also cross it off and gain a star if it doesn't already crossed off. Hey Garrett, thanks for joining me today for Game 30, Round 1. Last is the Society, aka Red Rising. Here you can write down a number in any of these sections as long as the numbers on top or above are higher than the numbers directly below them. So if I write down a 3 right here, the number directly above it must be a 4, 5, or 6, and the numbers below it must be 1s or 2s. When you complete a column, or I'm sorry, a row, you get the resources indicated over here. And for every little kind of pyramid of cards that you complete, they represent characters in the society, you'll get a star. If you complete all 9 of them, you get a bonus star. Chad is here too. Hey Chad, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Let's jump right in with roll number 1. We have a 2 and a 3 for roll number 1. So we'll write that down. A 2 and a 3. So I like big numbers in Tapestry early on, so a 2 and a 3 isn't a great fit, but I could use a 3 over there to get a coin right away. In Scythe, I like to do the kind of the 2-for-1 deal if possible over there. And the Society, it is pretty good in the Society, although in Society I like to fill in the top rows first, so higher numbers are better there too. So we have a low roll, let's just roll with it. What do we want to do here? Let's go with, let's not double up with Scythe yet. Let's put a 3 over here in the Society, put that in the second row, and we'll use a 2 over in Tapestry, ideally in such a way that we can fit some 6s in there when we really need to later. How can we do that? Let's put it right here. Let's put 2 up there. So that is the 2 and the 3 that we've used. If I play along too fast, feel free to pause as I play. George says that he's excited to play along in real time for once. Yeah, I'm excited to have you, George. Another low roll here, a 1 and a 3. So a 1 and a 3, I might use that 3 again over in the Society, try to complete that row, get some resources from the Society. In Scythe, I don't know if I'll do anything for Scythe yet. Yeah, let's put the 3 over here. And now for Tapestry, I usually try to plan ahead for some 6s to fit in here. And so if we want to plan ahead for that to happen, I'm sure there's a place where I can fit in a 1 and make that work. But what is the best place to put it? Yeah, it's tough to tell at this point. Here, I think this will end up being an open space right there. So I'll put that right there. It's really hard to predict. I bet some people who are really good at Rolling Realms have Tapestry figured out to a key, but they're still betting on the dice to be rolled. Scott says he almost bought this game yesterday. Hope to see if it will fit for my current game group. I hope it does, Scott. Yeah, maybe you can watch along today and see if you think this might be fun for your game group. The nice thing about this game that I found is that you never need to play a full game. You never need to play 3 rounds. You can just play a little round and make it a filler, or you can make it a more meaty experience and play the full 3 rounds if you want to. I like playing 1 round at a time. There are some higher numbers, not quite a 6 yet. In fact, we haven't earned any resources yet. We have a 4 and a 5. I bet we can do some cool things with those. I think I will complete this row in the society. Let's put a 4 right in there, and right away we get these resources. And whenever you earn resources, whenever you have resources, you can spend them at any time. So I have these resources to spend now whenever I want them. The 5 is pretty good. I wish it were a 6, but if I use a 5 in Scythe, I do have a coin now. And if I use a 4 to gain a coin, I like that a lot. Let's use the 4 right there. Oh no, I already used the 4. I'm going to use a 5 here instead. I'll put the 5. Oh, but that means I can only use 6s above it. I want to think about this. Yeah, so yeah, I do prefer using the 4 there, but I don't want to only be able to use 6s up above. So let's use the 5 over in Tapestry. I'd rather use 6s, but 5s are okay too. And let's put it right here, where I was planning to put one of the 6s. So that one actually is not going in. It's just this shape. The 5 is kind of an awkward shape to use in Tapestry. Still no resources earned from Tapestry. I do have a 1 value coin now that I could use, and why not? I'll use that 1 value coin. With coins, you can create numbers, so I'm going to create a 1 value die to cross off Scythe, which I haven't used yet. You can only use each realm once per turn, and I'm going to spend a heart to cross off this bottom row section and get a star from it. Ian says he really likes playing 3 rounds of this game solo. Thanks, Ian. I'm glad to hear that. And he says, I did truck through the mini golf when I first got it. Also very excited about the new realms coming. For those of you who don't know, the mini golf is a full kind of more campaign style solo mode in the game, but you can just play solo against me or anyone really, me in the present or in the past, via these videos if you'd like. Mark also joined in. And sorry, the roll right now is a 5 and a 2. I'll come back to that in a second. Mark says he just finished a game night with new friends, taught Between Two Castles earlier today. We built all 7 castles tonight. That's awesome, Mark. Thank you so much for sharing Between Two Castles with your friends. I hope you had fun with it. I'm sorry Between Two Castles isn't in the current array of rolling realms here. Okay, we have a 5 and a 2. Could put that 5 up above in the society. I like that. And I definitely need some 2s over in Tapestry. So that's pretty good. Let's put a 5 right here. And we'll put a 2. Yeah, let's do a 2 for 1 here. We can do a 2 over here and get a heart and a coin. And I need to start to do stuff in Scythe. Like every turn from now on, I need to do something in Scythe to get all those stars. But I feel pretty good about the society in Scythe. Tapestry, not so much. We really need to roll some 6s. Let's see what we can do here with turn 5. A 3 and a 1. Same as turn 2. That's not ideal. 3 and a 1, but maybe we can make it work in some places. Yeah, we need this. We need high numbers. I can put a 1 down below in the society, and probably will need to. I'll put a 1 down there. And the 3, let's see, 3 will make us spend a coin, which isn't ideal. But I'm okay with doing that with Scythe. So let's do that. Use the 3 to gain a pumpkin and spend a coin. And we get a star from that. All right, let me know if you're playing along live. Let me know what numbers you are hoping I roll. We only have a few turns left in this round. I will be back on Saturday and Sunday at times unknown whenever I'm not playing disc golf on Saturday and whenever I feel like it on Sunday, probably Sunday morning sometime, probably Saturday afternoon sometime, to play rounds 2 and 3. Okay, turn 6. Really need a 6. Give me a 6. We need a 6. There's a 5 and a 1, almost a 6. We have 2 pumpkins, so we could convert that 5 to a 6 if I really, really want it. But the 5 also works over here in the society. This is the time to use it, though, because we need the 5 more in other areas. Like the 5 would be great here. Could use just a 1. So, yeah, sometimes I often forget about in Scythe. You can just use the bottom row to get those stars when you're ready for it. Mark says, whenever I play Scythe, I try to get all 6 stars in the first 6 turns so I can use the last 3 turns to focus on the other 2 realms. I like that strategy, Mark. I would say I do the opposite. I use the first few turns to just gain resources from other realms, and then the last 6 to get those stars from Scythe. George wants high numbers. Hopefully the 5 helped you out a little bit, George. Not great for the society, though. I'm still going to hope for those 6s to show up at some point, so I don't want to use... Actually, no, here we go. Let's use the 5 right here. And that way I can still slip in a 6 if I really want to. And then the 1. We'll use the 1 in the society. I could use it in Scythe. In fact, I need to if I want to get all those stars. Oh, that's tough. Because I need the resources more from the society. I'll go with that. And we'll try to use those resources to finish off Scythe later. Turn 7. A 5 and a 2. That's the same thing we rolled a few turns ago. 5 and a 2. We'll see if we can make that work. Still no 6s. I could use the 5 over here in the society. The 2 works in Scythe. So let's do that. Let's put the 5 in the society. That gives us a heart and a coin. And we can use the 2 in Scythe to gain a heart and spend a pumpkin. And now we do, or I have, 3 hearts. So I could use those 3 hearts to copy the 5 and use it in Tapestry. I could also use it to copy a 1. I'm going to use it to copy the 5. I think we really need it at this point. I'm going to copy the 5 and use it in Tapestry. That gets me a pumpkin. Actually gives me 2 pumpkins over in the society. And we will need those pumpkins to double up inside at some point. All right, turn 8. Let's see how we go. How we do... Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be ironic now we finally got that 6 now that I don't want the 6. Although eventually I would like a 6 for Scythe. We have a 3 and a 5. 3 and a 5. Turn 8 right now. 3 and a 5. Neither are great in the society, but I can use a coin down at the bottom. I'll probably use that coin down there. The 5, ooh, I need that coin in Scythe too, though, unless I want to use, oh, I don't have any hearts. So I think I need to ignore, oh, I don't like ignoring Scythe right now, if I can help it. Is there anything cool I can do with that 3? Not with the 5. I know I can't use the 5 in Tapestry, so I might as well, for sure, use the 5 in Scythe. It's just not very good. Okay, we'll use the 3 down here, I guess. Ideally, I would complete a row or a column by doing this, but I can't quite fit it. And I could use pumpkins to manipulate it, but I feel like it's a little bit too early to do that with 1 turn left. We'll just put it down here. And that leaves the 5. So I could use a 1 and put it down here in the society, and then just use a 5 to get a heart. I could do that. I could also use the 5 and the coin that I have to get a star, but I don't know if that does me a lot of good. I think I'm going to use the 5 here to get a heart and not get the star from it, because I'd rather have the resources from the society. Bit of a gamble here for the last turn. We'll see if it pays off. 5 and a 4. Ooh, that is not a great roll for this final turn. 5 and a 4. That is a really, really bad roll for this final turn. We can use the 4 to get a coin. So maybe that's not terrible. There's the 4. We get a coin. The coin we can use in the society to get all 6 stars from the society, get 2 pumpkins, a heart, and a coin. And we still have this 5 to use, which we are not going to be able to use. So since we can't use the 5, and I'm glad we're having this in a learning game here, whenever you just cannot use a number as rolled, you get a free resource. And I cannot use this 5 anymore because I can't put it in Scythe, I can't put it in the society, and I can't put it in Tapestry. And so I get a free resource of my choice. The question is, which resource should it be? And the answer is probably a coin. So it will be a coin. So I have a little bit to work with now. I have a bunch of pumpkins. I have some coins. Pumpkins can be used to reuse realms that I've already activated this turn. And I have a Tapestry over here ready to be used. Let's use one of those coins to fill in this spot right here, I think. Yeah, that spot, because that will regain me a coin. Now I've used each realm once, and so if I want to use a realm again, I need to manipulate things. So I need a pumpkin if I want to do that, if I want to reuse Scythe. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit longer of a final turn. Feel free to let me know in the comments how you are doing, how you're scoring. I'd love to hear it. In Tapestry, how do I want to play this? Because I know I need to get a pumpkin from one of these two realms. It doesn't really matter which one. And I'd love to get a 6 up here. So let's do this. I'm going to use a coin and 3 pumpkins to manipulate that coin into a 2. That one value die will become a 2. And I will use it right here. That gets me a heart. I now have 3 hearts. I will use 3 hearts. Oh, but I needed the pumpkin. Yeah, I just messed it up. Because what I really needed was the pumpkin so I could make, but I was trying to make a 6 over here. So yeah, I'm going to go back a little bit there. I will have 2 hearts available. I will not have this last heart. I won't use those 2 right there. Don't have that one. So I just have 2. And I will just I'll just fill it in that spot right there. That still gives me a star. That gives me another pumpkin. So now I have another 3 pumpkins. And I wish I could use this 5 right here because that would give me another pumpkin. But that's okay. All I need is a 1. Oh no, I can't do it anyway. I'm just spinning in circles here because I was trying to manipulate a way to reuse Scythe, for which I would need. Actually, no. Have I not done anything in Scythe? Maybe I haven't done anything in Scythe yet because I created a 1 to use in society. Yeah, I think I did use Scythe to just get a resource. But now I can't do anything in Scythe because I have 3 pumpkins, so I could reuse it, but I need a pumpkin to be able to reuse that. So my game is done. I have 3 stars down here. I have 1, 2, only 2 stars from Tapestry. This is a poor showing for game 30. But that's 11. You get 0.1 for each extra resource. That's 11.6. Not a great score, but I had fun playing along with you. Yeah, Chris has a lower score too, 9.1. That's okay, Chris. We all used the same dice. It's okay to get a lower score when we're playing here. George has a 10.4. He completed Scythe, but only 3 stars in the Society, 1 in Tapestry. Tough round for Tapestry for sure. But thank you for playing along here. And tomorrow, I'll show you what we're going to play tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to play Wingspan. Tomorrow we're going to play Between Two Cities. And tomorrow we're going to play Charterstone, one of the tough but rewarding realms in this game. So yeah, thank you all for playing along. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon sometime to play round 2, and I'll do it here as well. Ian points out, yeah, that I didn't use Scythe. I think you didn't get your coin back. You manipulated to fill in Tapestry after you took it back. You're right, Ian. I didn't get that. No, the coin I did end up using in Tapestry. But I didn't use Scythe. Yeah, I couldn't use Scythe. I guess what I could have done... No, actually, you're right. What I could have done here... I got that free coin from the 5, but I shouldn't have. Instead, I don't have that coin. We'll say that I don't have that coin. But I do have this 5. And the 5 I can turn into a 6. Right there. And also cross that off. There we go. Thank you, Ian. So that changes my score just a tiny little bit, up to a 12.2, a little better. That is the magic of dry erase. All right, take care. I'll be back tomorrow for round 2. I'll see you then. See ya.